So let's talk about Framer. It's one of the biggest names in this whole no-code revolution, for sure. But as we head into 2025, there's this big question hanging in the air. Is it actually the right tool for your project? Well, let's break it all down.
You know, if you're a creative professional these days, you are constantly stuck with this question. Do you launch something that's absolutely stunning and do it fast to grab everyone's attention right now? Or do you build something super powerful and scalable, something that can grow with you for years to come? It's like the fundamental trade-off in web development today.
And that's exactly where Framer comes in, right? It positions itself as the answer to that problem. It's a tool built from the ground up for designers, for creative people who want to bring their ideas to life without ever having to touch a single line of code. The whole idea is to completely erase that painful gap between a design and a live, published website. All right, so let's dig into the promise here. What's the big deal about Framer? What has so many people so excited? It all boils down to one simple but really powerful idea: combining the smooth, fluid feeling of a design tool with the insane speed of a modern web builder. Okay, this is where the magic really happens. If you've ever designed a beautiful mock-up in a tool like Figma, you know that awful feeling, the handoff to a developer, where everything kind of gets lost in translation. Well, Framer just gets rid of that completely. You're basically designing right on the live website. What you see is literally what you get.
And they're not stopping there. They're pushing hard into AI. And their workshop AI, it's not just some cool little gimmick. It's actually meant to be like your creative sidekick. You give it a simple sentence, and it can generate entire functional components for you. This is a massive, massive accelerator for the whole design process.
And getting it to work is so easy. You literally just hit Command-K, type out what you need, something like an interactive contact form with a drop-down for inquiry type. And the AI just goes to work building you a component that's ready to go. Then you can just jump in and tweak it. It's a huge time saver, for real. And, the numbers don't lie. We're seeing data that shows agencies using Framer's templates are launching sites up to 40% faster than with other builders. In a world where speed is everything, that is a huge competitive advantage. But, and there's always a but, right? It's not all sunshine and rainbows. As Framer's gotten more popular, the concerns from its core users have also gotten louder. This quote from an agency owner on Reddit, it really hits on a feeling that's starting to spread, that maybe the platform is losing its way, creating a real dilemma for its biggest fans. So yeah, that leads us to the other side of this story. For all of its incredible promise, Framer is hitting some serious growing pains. Let's get real about the frustrations that users are actually running into. And look, these are not small nitpicks. For agencies, that whole client handoff process, apparently it's super clunky. And can you believe it? Basic stuff like file uploads and forms, just not there. There's this growing fear it's turning into the new WordPress, where you need a bunch of paid plugins just to get basic things done. And with no public roadmap, it's tough for pros to plan for the future. So with all these issues bubbling up, it makes you wonder, how does Framer really stack up against its biggest competitor? It's time to put it head-to-head with the established giant in this space, Webflow. And wow, when you look at the sheer scale, the difference is just huge. Webflow is powering over 720,000 websites. Framer is just over 17,000. Now, this doesn't automatically mean one is better than the other, right? It just shows you that Webflow is the established giant and Framer is the hungry new kid on the block. Okay, let's really break this down, feature by feature. You can see their priorities are just different. Framer is all about being designer-friendly. It's easier to pick up, and its animation tools are just second to none. But Webflow, well, it's more technical, and with that comes more power. We're talking a super robust content management system, or CMS, that can handle thousands of items, a full-blown e-commerce system built right in, total control over your SEO, and you can even export your code. So at the end of the day, this isn't really a feature-for-feature battle. It's about two totally different ways of thinking about building for the web. Framer is a tool built for designers who want to ship beautiful things fast. Webflow is a platform built for developers and builders who need powerful, scalable, content-heavy websites that can handle real complexity. All right, so who is Framer really for? You should pick Framer if your main goal is speed and just pure beauty. If you need a killer landing page like yesterday, Framer's your tool. If you need an interactive portfolio that wows people, or you want to turn a prototype into a real website super quickly, Framer is probably your best bet. It's for when looks come first.
Okay, but when do you absolutely need to go with Webflow? You choose Webflow when power and scale are the things you just can't compromise on. If you're building a massive blog or a huge directory, if you need a full-blown online store, or you need that super fine-tuned SEO control for a long-term strategy, then you're going to need the muscle that Webflow brings to the table.
So let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway here? Because it's really not about which one is the best tool out there. It's about figuring out which tool is the perfect one for your specific project.
If you remember one thing from all this, let it be this sentence right here. If your project is all about visual impact and you need to launch fast, you go with Framer. But if it's defined by its complexity, its content, and its potential to grow for years, you choose Webflow. It's beautiful speed versus powerful scale.
And that's really the final question you need to ask yourself. Don't just think about the features. Think about the journey of your next project. Is it a short, beautiful sprint that's designed to make a massive impact right now? Or is it a long, powerful marathon built to last and grow over time? The answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know.